everyone, Steve here, and we are back with Snowbreak, or rather, we're at the end of the Containment Zone story for Snowbreak. I mean, there's still more, obviously, but we got this chapter to go through. But yeah, sorry I was a bit late. The usual, of course, but saying that this probably won't be a long stream, so yeah, it is what it is. But tomorrow, and obviously next week, or next Saturday, definitely a long one, although next Saturday is definitely going to be the case. Not entirely sure about tomorrow with reading done, but we'll have to go from there, so I'll do, since next week is gonna be the Nikkei stream. Yeah, you thought Neon's backstory was all fucked up. I've seen a bit of spoilers, and yeah, we're gonna be in a world full of hurt with the next chapter for Nikkei. Yeah. But that's next week, so... But this week... Let me back my cooler. We're not exactly going to be in a world full of hurt, so... Alright. Let's get right to it.
Fogbound
trap me here. Stop me from crossing the boundary between reality and dreams. Oops, sorry. Keep seeing. Oh well, there's actually some voice acting happening.
怒りを失った記憶は波に飲まれただ怒りに燃える体が残るのみ
Found an anchor, my memories were swept away with the tide, leaving nothing but a bitter husk.
砂が湿っている方があとはしっかり残るだろう
There's that drawing of this in the wet scene. Since it was a transport back, it hasn't moved or shown any signs of independent consciousness. It does not respond to external stimuli or adapt to the environment. Its mass does not increase nor decrease. It has no neural activity, nor no blood circulation, no metabolism. But it looks like a little girl? Even though there is a physical resemblance, it has no characteristics of a living being. It is entirely consistent with the other Mori fragments we have captured. Theoretically, it should be completely safe to store it here. It seemed as if Eda still hasn't overcome the influence I exerted on it. This Mori fragment generated by Ymir after reading my theotropic nerves was This Mori fragment generated by Ymir after reading my theotropic nerves was still in a deep slumber. After learning of the Mori fragment's current status, I shifted my attention to another question. Other Mori fragments? Uh-oh, did I miss one? Oh, nope. Felt like I did. I meant, you can tell him. It's not that, I'm sorry, Director Tao, but I don't actually know much about it. You were the only one with authorization to read and edit most of the documentation. Maybe it would be better for you to explain. Okay then. You can go back to work. You can go get back to work. Excuse me. It's true that Yggdrasil has captured more than one Mori fragment. The first geotropic nerve sample was actually extracted from a Mori fragment. So the power of manifestation actually came from the Titans? You could put it that way. Humans desired the power of Titans, but Ida, the one who created the Titans, always wanted to be human. Yeah, how ironic indeed. Ironic? What do you mean? Without transplanting geotropic nerves back then, we never would have been able to stop the Titans from attacking the wall. That's just the truth. Is there anything else you want to know? Is the apotheosis system as a result of the Mori fragment research too? Or what is Saga and what does the military want? So that's the first one. No. The apotheosis system is essentially a needle-free injection system built into every manifestation's tactical gear used for targeted geotropic drug infusions. The apotheosis system allows the boulder inhibitors to affect the geotropic nerves more quickly, altering their threshold of excitation and improving combat capabilities. Flooding is simply an adverse side effect caused by over-medication. What is Saga and why does the military want it? You've already seen the results of the Saga project. Gate 7, the electromagnetic orbital weapon system that was able to fend off Ymir is Saga. That was the first time it was used in actual combat. You've always been aware that the military is dissatisfied with the strength of their Beowulf battalion. They need more weapons that can match up against the Titans. Why don't we give them the apotheosis system? Seems like a good question, actually. The board believes the apotheosis system has the potential to be more than just a weapon to combat Titans, like the potential to create eternal life. Most of the members of the board were over. Oh shit. Okay. Most of the members of the board were over 100 years old. They relied on cutting-edge technology to constantly revitalize and maintain their bodies. Some members even looked like beautiful young women. Holy shit, they are a century years old. Over a century years old, holy shit. And how they managed to do that in, what, 1960 is quite beyond me. Or somewhere around 1960s. Because this took place in 2060 or something like that, so... Just like the one standing in front of me. Tal didn't give me a straight answer. The proposal to destroy the Mori fragment was denied, as expected from the board. They don't think it's dangerous, they want to use it. When Tal mentions destroying the Mori fragment, I raised my gaze to observe her expression. It didn't change. We're at a disadvantage in this game. We need an external force to shift the tide. Either the Brazen Gammon or the Saga project could have initially served as a reason to request military intervention. These incomplete clues cast a hazy shadow over the board. The sound of a call interrupted my train of thought. Come in. Director Tal, sorry to bother you. A gentleman calling himself Keyguard is waiting in the reception area. He claims to have an appointment with you, but we have no record of it. Have him wait for me in the reception area. Down, get out of your hair. Steven, as my partner, you need to go with me. Keyguard is the external force you just mentioned. Oh yeah, him. The Aventus high-priced biter, or do we really need to work with the Aventus? Yeah, let's go with the first option again. He will provide us with key information, something we'll need to destroy the Mori fragment and restrict the board's influence. Do you have any objections? I look at the Mori fragment, lost in thought for a moment. Then I turn off the holographic monitor fixed on Ida. No objections. The hell? Captain Haru. Captain Haru? Captain Haru, I apologize. Sorry to keep you waiting. Are you feeling okay? Are you dizzy? Is your vision blurry? Apologies, I was distracted. Distracted? Captain Haru, the final adjustments made to abscond ugh. Fuck. Ugh, sorry. Ugh. The final adjustments made to absconditis are complete. Its close combat parameters have been modified according to your request, making it far more suitable for such situations. We'd like to try it now. I only changed my gear, so why do other parts of my body feel strange? Like my hair. Good question. Well, those adjustments are perfect for you. And it seems like each aspect of absconditis was tailor-made for you, completely adapted to your combat style. Yes, combat style. Oh, and some of my colleagues from the R&D department want me to ask you something. You seemingly been very comfortable using absconditis, and we were quite familiar with its parameters from the beginning. Even more familiar than R&D staff like us. You were able to make 2 mechs and neural simulation tests after simply reading the instruction manual. We don't mean to question your combat ability, it's just I saw drawings of it at home. I learned how to operate in advance. Huh? Captain Haru, I don't mean to imply you might have taken home company secrets without authorization, but you're misunderstanding. The absconditis weapon system was originally developed by my father, a weapons specialist for the military. He often brought his work home with him. I seem to remember that this started as a collaborative project with a major in the military. Is your father's name Major Naruse Masashi? Yes. Designing such impressive tactical gear or absconditis, Major Naruse is a true genius. Is the major in charge of the R&D? Is the major in charge of R&D for other projects now? Honestly, I have a lot of questions I'd like to ask the original creator about absconditis. Like, what was his inspiration for designing it? He died in an accident on a mission over 3 years ago. Perhaps that is why absconditis project was handled over to the Yggdrasil R&D department. I'm sorry. Nara, it's getting late. Should we end our test for today? Our colleagues in logistics will be responsible for communicating with you concerning any further maintenance and refinements to absconditis. God damn, I'm getting starting like Porky Pig here. Ugh. After the researcher left, Haru's communicator suddenly buzzed. Are you busy? Please report to the command room immediately. The adjutant has issued an urgent mission. Verification. Alright. Oh, shit, okay. Well. Okay, now we're at the restricted part. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, Miriam was a freebie unit. And she wasn't exactly the only freebie you got. I think there was like 60 cores to get a free unit or whatnot from a week or two ago, and well, yeah, I ended up getting Dorothy, or rather Chen Xing. Why? Because, well, at least she has a different weapon compared to the others, so fortune won't be using her just yet, so All right.
あなたたちのミッション目標は明らかです。このエリアに入り第5研究所を見つけなさい。後方支援メンバーを派遣して援助します。何か緊急事態が起きたらすぐに報告するように。
了解。
Oh, now there's some actual voice acting during. Oh, there's some bit of voice acting during the gameplay, but yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention too. This is the first chapter where we can actually jump. Oh my god, we can actually jump. And also, as you just saw, this is the first. This may be the first chapter where you're pretty much restricted with that. I think the roaming's. Ah, there we go.
これは名誉と比べれば何の価値もない。
Alright. Go! Sniper.
Zoho. 美しい音だ。
あれ？ハル先輩、それって新型の戦術装備？なんていうの？
これは造砲という。
なんか設計思想から私のベラドンナとは全然違うね。近接戦タイプみたい。威力はどう？使いやすい？
どうやらすぐに実戦で試せるようだ。
Huh. That's weird. Flight's supposed to be there. Why did we get Akashi instead? No, nothing matters. Defeat the ambushing out.
ちょっと汗でもかくか。あなた、こいつら全員ビジョン塔送りにしよう。やっ。ヌルゲーだね。あなた、弾薬箱を持ってきて。HP が全回復したよ。フェーズエナジー防御。
Alright, let's do this.
よし、開発費の回収完了。
Going here. Oh, shit. Okay.
任務達成だね。あなた、
What the head ball was
と
going
りあ
on
えず
there?
一回セーブしようか。ここにも壁がある。でもいつものよりずいぶん低いよ。
壁の内側の環境はちょっと特殊なようだ。
変だな。ウォールはタイタンの汚染を防いでるけど、この壁は何を防いでるの？ヌルゲーだね。やっ。ちょっとやっ。フェーズか。そこ。ゲームスタート。
Exploring. Give me just a minute. Yeah. Okay. Nope. I'm gonna pause for a minute. Yep. Wonder why. Nope. Oh. That's why. Okay. Alright, I think the, Adam's chat, multi-chat, we've lost.
空気の質があまり良くないね。呼吸フィルターシステムを起動するよ。
中がやけに静かだ。視線を感じる。誰かいるのか。
怖いこと言わないでよ。今日のノルマ達成。
I was about to say, yeah. I think the Ada multi-chat may have lost my kick account connection. So I don't really. Anyways, Adjutant, I request that you tighten the formation. We don't have a clear line of sight. Okay, tighten formation. Move in toward me. Understood. Copied that. I had ordered the Heimdall force to assume the scatter formation, mainly to avoid unintentional injuries that could result if anyone became flooded. However, after venturing into the dense fog, it was difficult to confirm the After entering into the dense fog, it was difficult to confirm the operatives' exact positions. If we maintained a scatter formation, it would increase the risk of accidental friendly fire. Do we need to stop here and collect data? I'll check the pollution levels. The core system didn't react whatsoever. We were in a heavily contaminated drowned sections, but somehow the Titan engine had seemingly disappeared. Harv, tell the R&D department to come in here. Copy. I'll also notify to take proper precautions. Raise it higher. Just a little higher. Come on, it's not heavy. Stand your tiptoes. How's this? Great, don't move. Hold it steady. Don't let your arms shake. Miss Freddy, I can't hold it much longer. I can't hold it much longer. You aren't as strong as the adjutant, huh? Alright, just put it down. Please take these samples and those devices back to camp. All of them? I didn't know whether I should laugh or feel bad as I watched Freddy point in a big circle. I didn't know whether I should laugh or feel bad as I watched Freddy point in a big circle with her finger, gesturing toward not only the equipment she had been carrying on her back, but also several environmental samples that had just been collected. Little Sunshine, don't torture him. I warned the eager security officer again. Go find 2 more people to help you. Yes, thank you, sir. What are you doing? You're being too nice. Let's focus the task at hand. What's the composition of this yellow fog? It's still hard to say. And that's not because I'm incompetent. I'm simply very thorough in my work. Without supporting experimental data, it would be irresponsible to draw a conclusion so quickly. However, even though almost no Titan Gen was detected in the yellow fog, radiation from another substance is present. Radiation from another substance? Is it harmful? Its energy isn't as strong, but some of its physical characteristics are very similar to those of Titan Gen. So we still need to wear protective gear. Adjutant, I discovered something unusual. Please come and take a look. Please come alone first. Adjutant, look. Hara handed me a military nameplate. While I recognized the military emblem engraved on it, the name of its owner was hard to make out. What are these? The military used to call them dog tags. I had a dog tag too, except it's buried elsewhere, and I'm not going to bother grabbing it out. The name of this dog tag is difficult to read, but I can recognize that it was my father's. Your father's? As I tried my best to hide my shock, I remember hearing that Haru's father was once a weapons expert for the military, but he had sadly passed away in an accident on a mission. I finally understood why Haru wanted to speak with me about this privately. The military told us that he died a hero in the aftermath of a car accident. Our family even received a thank you letter supposedly from the people he had saved. It's alright, Adjutant. It's been a long time. Please ask what you want. I'm not afraid to talk about it. Your father, when he passed away, did you see how his body was... Let's start with the first one. Your father, when did he pass away? Over 2 years ago, when I first joined Yggdrasil, he had sent a hologram message. It said he was on a mission. He might not be back home for a while. A few days later, a lieutenant came to notify us that he died. You were just an intern in my department back then. I remember noticing that you were acting a little strange, but I had no idea. Did you see his body with your own eyes? No, the military took care of everything. It was very quick and solemn. Adjutant, do you suspect the military lied? Wouldn't be hard to believe. I mean, that's a good question. But yeah, let's not jump into conclusions just yet. There could be other people by that same name. Maybe this is his dog tag. Excuse me. Both seem like good choices. I'm gonna have to do a coin toss. Okay, we're going tails, alright. So the second option. Maybe this isn't his... You're right. Easy to become irrational when family gets involved. Freddy and Life are finished surveying the area. Let's go see if they found anything. Even though Haru had changed the subject, doubt lingered on her face. Freddy also appeared somewhat different than usual. Her petite face was tense, her brows furrowed. Adjutant, we gotta get out of here now. Huh? Why? Freddy leaned in closer and spoke in a near inaudible whisper. I think this place is haunted. Wait, what? I didn't think scientists believe in that and stuff like that. Even Sir Isaac Newton's scientific journey led him to believe more in inexplicable powers above. I mean, if we're going by common rare ghost's logic, that's not exactly hard to believe. Because I remember seeing Ghost's movie and I think Newton was in there. Or rather, fictional version of him. I don't know, it's been so long since I watched Common Rare Ghost. But I know Common Rare Ghost was pretty boring if you ask me. Allow me to explain. We observed an odd phenomenon. It appears as if humans are moving around, then vanishing into thin air. These are a complete set of clothing, shoes, and socks scattered all over the tables and chairs in the office, as well as on the driver's seat of the car. There's more! Just now I saw a figure flash behind Wednesday. When it saw me looking at it, it disappeared in the blink of an eye. I'm absolutely sure I saw it. Wednesday, do you see it too? I didn't see any signs of a ghost. Adjutant, you said you always believe Professor You said you always believe Professor Veridia. First of leaving there, I'm just trying to understand what's going on. Ooh, okay, I think that one's up. Needs another coin toss. Well, I guess we're gonna comfort Little Miss Sunshine here. Professor Genius over here. Anyway, we need to get out of here. Actually, don't move. Wednesday, did you see that? Yes, I saw it this time. I watched as Little Sunshine and Wednesday's expressions grew serious. Wednesday unlocked her gun safety. Then she aimed at me, or maybe something behind me. How could someone approach me from behind so silently? We could actually... could it? Huh. Aren't you Steven from the security department? Yeah, that's right. This is where Katia comes in. But not exactly on the friendly side. I mean, we did have her unit, but this is before she decides to join us. Which is gonna be in a couple chapters later. Katia's Japanese voice actress, Marie Issei, happens to be the infamous voice of Stalking from Patty and Stalking with Garter Belt. And of course, it has a new series coming up. Yeah. She was also Levy from Fairy Tail, and also Laura from the Trails of Cold Steel series, in particular. Anyways, so you guys got dragged into this too. Well, that's to be expected. Same old Yggdrasil. I quickly drew my gun and whipped around. She or it vanished as soon as I turned around to look, as if evaporating into fog. There's no doubt in my mind. It had said my name. Did the Phantom here know me? Oh, just wait. We're gonna be in a few chapters later, then it all makes sense. Little Sunshine, Wednesday, adjutant. Do you know where the officer carrying the environmental samples went? He's communicating in particular gear or next to the samples, but I can't find him now. Maybe he deserted. You can't be sure he deserted. Due to strange circumstances surrounding this place, I had a hard time believing there was an ordinary explanation. Prepare for combat if necessary. Understood. Sure enough, the foreboding fog began to surge again. Then I finally saw it clearly. Regardless of the reason you came here, this deep hatred, time to settle it. Excuse me. Okay, I think we're dealing with, dealing with Katia, so... Okay, no, we're stuck with Haru's, Epsicodytis form. I don't know why it went with, Kasha instead of, Life. Yeah, just to be more ironic.
覚悟なしに戦場に踏み入る資格なし。
Fog.
目標達成だが気を抜くな。
あなたはここで当選簿。問題ない。行こう。ちょっとこっちに来ないでよ。
クリティア下がれ。相手から明確な敵意を感じない。だがそいつは間違いなく我々を標的にしている。
これでも敵意なしとか言っちゃうのウエンズで。
分野よ。何者だ。なぜ我々を攻撃した。だんまり話し合うのは無理だというのか。
てかむしろなんで話が通じると思ったの。
風はね、雨雲をこっちに誘ってくれるんだよ。全部避けられる。捕まえちゃう。そんな程度じゃ吹き飛ばしちゃうわよ。やっと着いたんだ。降りるね。矜持は持たない。さあ次へ行くぞ。
Alright. Got rid of Kaya. Let's adjust the squad for a bit here. We'll see ones. Yeah, you know what? Let's deploy Red Hood.
戦士、常に備えを怠るべからず。
I've tried Alex. What
ウ
does
ェン
Alex
ズ
say
デ
fun
ー
to be?
フリティア、あれを見ろ。
Oh, great. This guy.
一位先進。攻撃は無意味だ。
ちょっと気分が悪い。
Oh fuck.
嫌な予感がする。一旦ここから離れよう。目標達成。指示を待つ。
Close the containment wall gate up.
待て。一時待機。早く扉を閉めるんだ。
やっと復活した。
Turn your camp.
補給は回収した。
何なの。目隠しなんか見えなくなるもの。
落ち着け。相手が我々を観察しているだけだ。かえって不安になるけどな。敵手。弱点か。見覚えのある。
この変な連中は壁の中に閉じ込められたんじゃなかったの。
それだけではないな。どうやらこの個体は壁の中にいる奴らとは違うようだ。
Okay, shortcut down there.
キャンプが襲われたと連絡が入った。早急にこいつらを倒して救援しに行こう。
私たちこそ倒される方って可能性は。
全てを滑る。この消え方。このコヨーテも幽霊だというのか。
We can't see.
敵の増加を確認。終わらせる。 補給は回収した。待て、一時待機。霧がまた濃くなった。たとえ連中が幽霊じゃなかったとしても、我々の認識を超える存在には違いないだろう。瞬時に現れるだけではなく。
we'll just have to let that finish.
感じたか、その重さを。
Good, but then again, yep, we're almost getting a level up still. A seemingly endless silence fell. The fog gradually dissipated, but the phantom didn't reappear. Just as I was about to breathe a sigh of relief, another strange phenomenon occurred. My foot! My foot is gone! Ah! My foot is gone! Oh my god! Ah! Why is my foot missing? I can't walk properly! Ah! My sister! Adjutant! Help me! Calm down, soldiers. I helped the officer pick off his food and check for injuries, but I saw no signs of injury whatsoever, let alone a missing foot. As I was checking the officer, he stopped crying out in pain. His hands gripping his pant legs slowly loosened. Ah, weird. Looks like my foot is back? Did I start to wonder if he's playing a prank on me? Adjutant, please help me! Please help! Come look, you have to help me! Someone here was begging for help, noticing my seemingly new profound power to cure strange ailments. My bone is gone! Look! I see bone! I see bone! Sorry, I remember our dorkly sketch bit with the double dragon with Billy and Jimmy with their fathers coming in. Billy's the one with the bit of an accident there, and of course Jimmy being voiced by Rusty from Pokemon Rusty. Yeah, good times. Don't think I've watched directly even a hot minute, but I think they've only got their literal Pokemon Dex entries and whatnot left. Yeah, I think they were running out of ideas at that point. Before I could settle her down, the researcher began flailing her arm vigorously. Oh god. Look, there's nothing there! Her forearm bent at a 90-degree angle. It was made of rubber. It looked like her bone was, in fact, missing. Oh, ooh. That's worse than the Bart Simpson treatment when Bart deliberately injured himself and broke his arm. Her skin has also appeared to be somewhat translucent, like a coating of thin rubber. Her muscles and veins had already disappeared, leaving only the paper-thin layer of skin. This was much too realistic to be a prank. I only left my line of sight had shifted. The body parts that had suddenly vanished quickly grew back. What's going on here? Is that your manifestation power? Don't have any manifestation powers. But my bone, it grew back. I have to make note of this. This is a major physiological discovery. But what is the main principle at work? After discovering I could cure strange ailments, everyone else crowded around me. I suddenly had a thought. There wasn't anything special about me. This phenomenon could be cured simply by looking at it. Everyone with an injury match up in pairs and look at each other. My theory was quickly proven correct. The act of observation was enough to quell the phenomenon of vanishing limbs. Hey, Adjutant! Looks like you're a real miracle worker. Heal! 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 Oh yeah, speaking of Bart Simpson, The Simpsons, I remember that one episode where Bart was a miracle worker there. I don't know if I would say that, but it indeed seems to be working. Yeah, but once everyone stops watching each other, that weird phenomenon will just reoccur. And everyone can't keep their eyes open all the time. What happens when we have to sleep? There has to be another way. Just as Little Sunshine began to rack her brain, Haru walked over wearing a serious expression. Adjutant, your idea is working. It's slowing down the deterioration, but it isn't stopping it. Two of our colleagues are already nearing the end. While our colleagues affected by the strange phenomenon were doing their best to observe each other, parts of their bodies that weren't in the immediate line of sight continued to turn transparent. It didn't require much speculation to reach a logical conclusion. Those vanishing limbs would ultimately vanish completely. I couldn't just sit back and watch as my colleagues vanished right in front of me. I had to find a solution. Manifestations seem to have some sort of resistance to this phenomenon. What was the variable protecting them? Their theotropic nerves, or... Little Sunshine, how many boulder inhibitors do you have left? Let's see here, we have 30 doses. Wait. What the fuck are you thinking? Adjutant, if you have any ideas, you need to act quick. I hesitated. On our mission to recover the prototype inhibitors, I learned that Yagusa was using Titagen to produce new inhibitors. Would injecting these people with Titagen-made inhibitors have any risky side effects? If we didn't act, would they really vanish for good? I have no way to be sure, but... Ooh. Okay, now let's read the first one and then I'll read the second one. Let's see here. And inject anyone who is experiencing a severe amount of disappearance of inhibitors and send a distress signal to Caroline immediately. And alright. And it's alright. Just try to maintain the current situation for now and send a distress signal to Caroline. Both seems to sound pretty valid. Okay, well, that's another coin toss there. Okay, actually, guess we won't be doing that then, since I memorized that. Alright, we're going to the second option. Alright. It's alright. Just try to maintain the current situation for now and send a distress signal to Caroline. I sent it, but those two can't wait any longer. Adjutant, are we really not going to do anything? There's got to be something else we can do. There has to be. Freddie began running through the device she was carrying. Freddie began rummaging through the devices she was carrying, trying to find anything that could be of help. Meanwhile, Haru desperately maintained close observation of our dying colleagues to slow their disappearance. I immediately joined him. It's not working. Stop, Adjutant. Despite our efforts, we were only able to save one of our two dying colleagues, while the other gradually vanished before our eyes. Only her clothes, shoes, and other belongings remain. Her body had completely vanished, as if she had never existed. I was unsure if the other option would have resulted in a different outcome, or if there was any point to the decision to begin with. Adjutant, you look pale, and you're sweating a lot. This is the first time I've seen you so... I pulled a dry cloth and dabbed it into my forehead. Before, you would give orders rather coolly, never showing emotion based on how things turned out. Was I really like that before? Oh, trust me, I think we're not gonna get answers for that till much later. I just mean, I feel more reassured with you as my superior now, Adjutant. You should drink some water. Dehydration can cause nausea, vomiting, erythemia. You can't meet your end at a time. can't meet your end at a time like this. If I did, it would be an honor within your book, right? This isn't about honor. You seem to have forgotten how important you are. Other than you, none of us know the way forward. Me, the others, we all rely on you. Rest up. We have a long road ahead of us. Attacked by ghosts, vanishing. Oh, what the hell? Crushed by the suffocating weight, we anticipated the arrival of an unexpected supporter. The least likely of all sources. Attacked by ghosts, vanishing limbs? Tao was lost in thought after hearing my report, but I was thinking about something else. Tao had abandoned the complex company politics and research she was handling to come provide and support in person. Ugh. Did I skip a line? She must have been more determined to destroy the Mori fragment than I had initially thought. At least I know something about the ghost you just described. Oh, there's Dorothy. Orange Shanshing. I'm sorry, but I can't help the fact that both Shanshing and Dorothy share the same Japanese voice actress. The same could be said with Senna from Bleach. And Elaine from the Trail series that Alex likes. Crap. Oh, yeah. Got my notes. Oh, never mind. I may have tossed it. Okay. Everyone. Oh, yeah. Tamao no Mai from Defeat series. Dr. Tao, if you please step aside. This is the man the adjutant encountered on the mission. He didn't take part in the attack, but he was watching the entire time from a distance. He's Will Anderson, captain of the checkered school. Oh, speaking of Nikkei, well, we got a character who's also named Anderson. Except this Anderson's a captain, and the other one, well, is a deputy chief. Well, used to be a commander, but now it's a deputy chief. And unlike Anderson and Nikkei, this Anderson is indeed the guy we have to kick his ass. Oh, and speaking of Anderson, yeah. Well, as I mentioned before, yeah, Anderson's got some explanations to explain. Anyways, an adjutant, you presumably know this woman's name. Katia Klein. They're outside security experts who once worked with the security department. According to the records, both of them died on October 20th, 2057 while helping residents evacuate. Huh. Wonder how Katia came back to life and joined us. Well, guess we'll find out. I didn't know they were involved in the evacuations. Since the board assigned them directly, the order didn't go through the security department. But I don't know the specifics. Even you don't know? No need to act surprised. The atmosphere between the two of them grew icy once again. I couldn't understand why Tao had brought in Shinshing along in the first place. Other fact that it's Dorothy. We were all aware of her connection to the board. Steven, you mentioned that Baldur inhibitors may combat whatever causes this vanishing phenomenon. Tao suddenly changed the subject. We have to begin experimenting immediately, find a solution as soon as possible, then resume our exploration. Shenshing, you and Fredia will be responsible for setting up the experimental area and acting as assistants. Steven, keep the Heimdall force on standby. Be ready to go at a moment's notice. I'll handle the issue of people vanishing. The 5th Research Institute must be located as soon as possible. That is your only priority. Tao was seemingly pursuing a loftier goal, as if her body was motivated by some sort of divine providence. She never rested, never tired. It was as if she was trying to stay ahead of time itself. Excuse me. Even though I'd been at Yigerso for so long, I still couldn't tell what her loftier goal could be. Perhaps the truth could only be unearthed from the past concealed within the fog. As we walked into the meeting room, I saw Matt's key guard pacing in the shadows. Tao, you're here. And you must be Mr. Steven, correct? You're younger than I imagined. Not to mention more dashing. Gee, thanks, dude. I get that a lot. I look forward to working together. Yeah. I'm not sure about working with your protege or your subordinate, Sartre. Have a seat, Keyguard. The light of the security door turned red. Is that necessary? Are you nervous? Tao, I understand you, so I have no reason to be nervous. The 5th Research Institute, I can give you the access key to the control room. It will be activated after our transaction is complete. The 5th Research Institute? You haven't told them yet, Tao? From whose hands were the Titans born? And who escaped their cage, leading to all of this? Adjutant, sorry, I have to interrupt you. Were you here the whole time? Yeah, I was here. Did you see my father just now? When I came out of the camp, I saw someone look like him from behind. But when I got closer, he disappeared. Then I saw you standing here. Sorry, I didn't see anything. Maybe my eyes are playing tricks on me. Haru quickly dismissed her feelings, and her confused expression disappeared. Adjutant, everyone's ready. We can head out again at any time. Stand by for your orders. Yeah, this is gonna be a weird one indeed. Okay, 1, 2, another cutscene, 1 cutscene, and a cutscene, and 2 missions, cutscene, another cutscene, gameplay, cutscene, gameplay, cutscene, boss fight against Anderson, and then 2 cutscenes after that. Alright, so, chasing the light. Yeah, gameplay were just restricted with just Haru.
どうやら抑制剤を摂取することで黄色いスモッグの影響を確実に防ぐことができるようです。繰り返しになりますが、一刻も早く第5研究所を見つけなければなりません。重要なのはそれだけです。
ちょっと汗でもかくか。やっ。
Okay.
あなた、弾薬箱を持ってきて。メルゲーだね。
Head forward.
ちょろいね。
Shoot the ammo next to the turret. Oh.
戦況をよく見ろ。迅速に交代するべきだった。
ちょっと汗でもかくか。あなた弾薬箱を持ってきて。HP が全回復。
無茶するな。あれを見ろ。タレットの後ろに弾薬箱が山ほど積んである。弾薬箱を狙って奴らをあぶり出すんだ。下がって、私が代わる。
起動。フリティア先生についてきて。シティスクエアは間違いなくこの道の先だよ。
Keep going.
ててれー。時代を超える美少女登場。あなたこいつら全員ビジョン島送りにしよう。フェーズコアルテンフェーズ。
Hold for ease navigation. That I will do.
HP が全回復したよ。ちょろいね。
Move forward. Nope, that's it.
お望み通りこの嵐を終わらせてやる。
Okay, I'm presuming that it's gotta be the same, so let's go with that.
戦士、常に備えを怠るべからず。何か見つけましたか？もう2時間半経っていますが。現在依然として気をつけろ。そっちに敵が。敵ではない。また幽霊か。第五研究所とこの倉庫に関係が。どうも見覚えがある。タイタン物質に触れて無産し、エリアゼロをさまよう情報体の残影かもしれない。調査して結果を報告しなさい。
Some cause extractions complete. Try to interact with Phantom. Oh, right.
こんにちは。すみません。何が起こってこうなったんですか？この情報残留体の認識とコミュニケーション能力はすごく不安定みたいだね。
すみません、お客様。今は私と話していますか？
聞こえるんだ。
ある爆発のせいです。火が出ず、音もせず、衝撃もない冷たい静寂の中で私たちを現実の世界から引き離し、そして
ねえ、その後どうなったの？
崩壊してしまいましたね。この辺りを探してみてください。他の情報体幽霊がいるかもしれません。
はいボス。
爆発に関する情報入手を最優先。彼ら全員と会話が成立する可能性に期待するわけにはいきません。
今夜中に企画書仕上げちゃわないと書き終わったら帰るよ。ほら、あの人めっちゃ残業してるじゃない？見習ってよ。誰だっけ？名前が思い出せない。残業が多いやつ。
Okay.
物流会社と連絡が取れない。段ボールはどこで買える？軍は2週間後に引っ越せなんて言わなかったじゃないか。だからゆっくり自分で。まったくそうだ。引っ越しって言ったって
どこに住めばいいんだ。
早く家に帰って株を。金は全部デジギモスに返還して売れるものはさっさと売って、そしてデジギモスで物流会社の株を買う。絶対やれるから。あれ、家に帰って何をするんだっけ。
Oh, there's one of them.
確かプレゼントをあげないと。誕生日プレゼントだ。チョコレートの。誰に？思い出せない。
Okay. Yeah, this is weird. This is getting weird.
物質は時空に曲がり方を教え、時空は物質に動き方を教える。これが一般相対性理論の観点だ。
教授、まだよくわからないんですが。
授業はもう終わり。質問があれば教室に来なさい。
当時彼らは授業中だったのか。もしかするとこの爆発はごく短時間で起こったのかもしれない。
ねえ、ここの情報体幽霊様子が変だ。まるで彼らの時間と空間が混乱してる。
Shoot the crystals. Oh.
美しい音だ。
どんな手段でもいいから金曜日までに他に連携できる物流会社を見つけて、ついさっき互いにうちの予約がキャンセルされたんだ。ユグドラシルの人が分離帯を立て始めたのを見たんだけど、変だな。彼らの服にユグドラシルのロゴがなかったんだ。あのタイタン路線はまだここには広がっていない。軍が公表した飛来予定日は2週間だ。公表された日程よりはこんなに早いうちから分離帯を立てているはずがない。早めに移動を強制されないか心配だ。そうなったらきっとうちは資産を失うぞ。それだけは避けなければ。
分析員、これはおかしい。避難予定日前に会社が前倒しで分離帯を立てたのはなぜだ。
Good question. I have no idea to be exact.
ご飯の時間だよ。それ見るのやめて早く来なさい。
あと1話だけ。最後の1話。次はオディンがオリンポスのライオンハントと対戦するんだ。最後に誰が勝ったか知りたい。
誰も勝ってないよ。降臨事件で中断されたから。早くご飯食べなさい。
じゃあその後試合は再開したの？
してないよ。決戦会場が汚染されちゃったみたい。壁を作ってあそこを囲む予定らしいわ。試合もすぐには再開できないんじゃない？
爆発は2058年より前。この時最初のウォールはまだ完成していないはずだ。ヘイムダル部隊も編成されていない。
それならここの生活の秩序はまださほど乱れていなかったはず。
ごめんなさい。選べないの。二人とも好きだから。
自分が何を言ってるか分かってる。どうしても一人選ばなきゃいけなかった。
私、彼、後ろ。何もかも歪んでる。景色が水の波みたいに。
そんな言い訳通用しないぞ。何も。
爆発が発生した瞬間に止まっている。彼らは同時に巻き込まれたみたいだ。こうなってしまっては道理も愛も関係なくなってしまうな。
フレティア先生は知りたい。空間を水の波みたいに歪ませられる爆発ってどんなの？
それに爆発の影響を受けたのは生物だけみたいだね。つまり放出されたエネルギーはあえてそのエネルギーが選択されたっていう可能性が高いということ。
Okay, let's see here. No operation. Oh, okay. I thought there was a time limit. No after his force retreat. No more water. If there was a time limit or not, so.
まったく呆れるよ。あいつは毎日寝てばかり。うちの家事は全部私一人でやってるじゃない。ロボットを買ってもほったらかしにして、あいつにはほとほと愛想が尽きたわ。何の音？こんな深夜に車で橋を渡るなんて。ただの倉庫に兵士があんなにたくさん入って何するつもり？
この町の中で自動車隊が通れる橋は一つだけ。橋の向こうには所属不明の大型倉庫群。その倉庫に関する情報は曖昧だ。怪しいな。
なら爆発はそこに関係している可能性がある。
事件がだんだん明らかになってきたね。時間、場所、人物、どれも少しずつ分かってきたよ。
こうしてみると爆発は人間によって引き起こされた可能性が高い。降臨事件や住民避難とは無関係に思える。それはただの表向きの偽装。事件後に隠蔽した結果です。今度は倉庫へ行く経路を確認してきてください。了解。
Yep, and that's it.
お望み通りこの嵐を終わらせてやる。
Probably one of the only missions there. Well, actually, fighting rarely occurs. I think the only fighting is, well, as we touch the phantoms, so yeah. Now, activate the magnetic confinement device to capture the target particle. Commencing capture. Capture failed again. Its probability distribution is completely different than the mathematical model we made for our Titan. Why do you want to use that model to research the yellow fog? You know how students copied their classmates' answers for their mathematical proofs? They only take the final answer. They deduce the process backwards from there. You mean you already know what the yellow fog is? I know why it was created. And I know what it will ultimately create. Ji Shenxing. You've seen its creations too. You've even fought them. Are you talking about fiends? Shenxing's communicator began to flash and vibrate, notifying her that he had received a call. Shenxing calmly reached out her hand and rejected the call. After the communicator stopped buzzing, the message commence operation was projected onto Shenxing's retinas. A hint of doubt flashed across her face, but it quickly morphed into determination. I'm sorry, Dr. Tao. I can only take part in this charade. Your choice doesn't surprise me. As we explored this incredibly peculiar area, we soon found another fragmented Titan Gen phantom willing to communicate with us. Don't get too close! Stay back! Don't look at me! Don't look at me! That way, we can talk a little longer. Do you know when the yellow fog first appeared? I knew this was a rare opportunity, so I didn't waste any time in asking my questions. What yellow fog? You can't see it? Seeing the phantom still appeared and confused, I quickly asked my next question. When I can't talk to you, is there a pattern to when you appear? You're not the only ones who can observe. The phantom vanished. It lasted 28.12 seconds this time. It said 6 sentences for a total of 29 words. Including the adjutant, Wednesday, and myself, there were 3 observers. If you two weren't here, they might last a little longer. What are you talking about, adjutant? This is the only way to better understand this unknown phenomenon. It's impossible to know which fragmented Titan phantoms are willing to communicate and which will attack. I'll say it again. Professor Radia objects to the use of the term fragmented Titan phantom. The word phantom gives me the heebie-jeebies. I mean, they clearly aren't dead. But they aren't alive either. Adjutant, allow me to summarize the intel I just received. We suspect the 5th Research Institute is located in the warehouse north of the bridge that crosses the river. Haru circled an area onto the holographic map of the city. It seems that an explosion occurred at the 5th Research Institute, which we believe might have caused the yellow fog. We've already confirmed the path to the warehouse. Our target is clear. Have you received any other information that we should be aware of, Adjutant? No. Not as far as I know. My communication line with the boss is having a problem. Is it due to interference from Titan contamination again? No, the communication went through, but no one answered. The boss might be busy with the experiments. Felt like Haru wanted to tell me something else, but she was seemingly hesitating. Adjutant, I think I see my father again. I'm pretty sure it isn't a hallucination. The fog is really thick here, but I can't tell if that figure's gait is exactly like his. It's like he's calling me over, like he wants me to follow him. I look over to where Haru was pointing to see a figure lurking in the fog, seemingly watching us. The shadow quickly dissolved into the fog. Anyway, Adjutant, we should get back to the mission. Haru's calm facade betrayed a hint of something else. It was the first time I saw her tough exterior begin to crack. Excuse me. I knew she was determined to earn honor in the field and ignore things unrelated to the mission, but I think it's worth checking out. We might learn something important. Adjutant, we're just... Okay, understood. That I ordered the other operators to continue forward. We went into the direction that Major Naruse had vanished. Whether by chance or by fate, we soon saw the murky form from a fragmented phantom once again. Major Naruse? That's not him. But let's go with that. Major Naruse? Anderson? Draw a weapon and shoot or call me a question. You know, let's ask questions first. I already picked the first choices for a good bit. Only picked second options like once or twice, so. What do you want? I'm just a phantom. Phantom who wanders this place. Will Anderson had appeared out of nowhere. As the fog swirled again, another figure appeared from within. Are you from Yggdrasil? Still holding my pistol, I watched the unknown fragmented phantom closely. However, Haru suddenly let her guard down, approaching it as if she was in a trance. Father? Even though I had my suspicions from her strange behavior, when I actually heard Haru say father, I was in utter shock. You're from Yggdrasil. are you in charge of the squad? He didn't look at Haru, instead directing his questions towards me. His voice contained a sea of emotion as he mentioned Yggdrasil. Adjutant, just keep going, don't worry about me. Haru didn't show much outward emotion, but her clenched, trembling fist betrayed her true feelings. Taijin, yes. Taijin is the key. You must leave this place immediately. Major Naruse didn't seem to recognize his own daughter. He only repeated the warning, slowly and solemnly. Get out of here, now. Don't let anyone carry the Taijin anywhere near here. Why? Taijin is necessary for the three-phase transformation process and fragmentation reversal. They successfully conducted the experiment. Fragmentation reversal? If you still have the conscience, please give this to my superior, General Adrian, after you leave. Hand me the thin chip, staring at me with the piercing eyes. Only after I placed it in the chest pocket of my tactical gear did he shift his process. Oh, excuse me. Only after I placed it in the chest pocket of my tactical gear did he shift his oppressive gaze. Tell him to seal off the area and launch the ballistic missile with an Oppenheimer warhead to these coordinates. Oh jeez, the Oppenheimer? What the hell? Okay. Major Naruse reported on a coordinate location, a string of numbers that seemed to now be imprinted within his very soul. Everything in this 5th Research Institute must be absolutely obliterated by a nuclear weapon. Only the truth may survive. A nuclear weapon? Already researching at the 5th Research Institute. It's all on the chip. How long has it been since the residence? The residence? You mean the explosion that happened here? About over 2 years. It's been too long. Can you pass on a message for me? It's for my daughter, Naruse Haru. She worked at Yggdrasil Enterprises. This mission is complete. I can't go back and see her just yet. Yes, there's no need to say more. She'll understand. I understand. We've always understood. I look up at Haru again. The wall she was doing her utmost to keep up hadn't fractured or crumbled. Even an emotional moment like this. Excuse me. Haru was far stronger than I could have imagined. But could that strength really rely on her alone? Haru took a deep breath to steady her emotions. Adjutant, he said Taijin is necessary for the 3-phase transformation process and fragmentation reversal. Does that mean Taijin can turn fragmented phantoms back to normal humans? Is that possible? She had discovered a spark of hope from this small detail hidden within her father's words. And I couldn't shatter that hope. Theoretically, it should be possible. Let's look at the chip that Major Naruse gave me. I reached it into the chest pocket of my tactical gear. No? Actually, what's wrong? The chip I had put in my pocket was gone. In its place was something else. A vintage color photograph that look as new if it had only been developed. The middle-aged man gently held his daughter in his arms, smiling. I recognized the man from... Oh, it was Anderson. Will Anderson. How did I get in my pocket? Oh, shit. I think we've been swiped. Okay, oh man, actually, come and think of it. I think this is one of the chapters that really got carried away with the cutscenes. Oh man. Alright, oops. Okay, because I can use swap out Haru, so we'll just
戦士、常に備えを怠るべからず。
discover the more.
無理をするな。これは目印。
このマークに何か意味があるのか。
誰が残したマークなのかとても気になるね。
These are roaming coyotes.
すべて想定内だ。もう少しだ。分かった。一旦預かっておく。すべて想定内だ。
こっちも同じマークが。
ほう、まさか案内してくれているのか。
本当に変なことがいっぱいだね、ここは。
Wow, the sudden ambush.
消えてしまえ。
I have the high ground. Nothing you can do about that.
This ここのコヨーテは情報体幽霊ではなさそうだ。先輩はどう思う？隊長？
どうだろうな。だがお前の判断を信じるよ。お安いご用だ。もう少しだ。
Yeah, I don't think so. How do I get past here? Oh yeah.
下を見て、マークがあるよ。
Find something in the show.
もう少しだ。お安いご用だ。任せてくれ。
Go to the roof. God, is there anything I could find here? Nope.
This のマークの目的は我々を第5研究所に向かわせることだ。私たちを阻める者はいないな、分析員。
Okay. I know this is gonna lead us to a split cutscene, so let's see here. Crap, was it? No, we already just did that. Boss, it's almost time. Another inhibitor injection? But I don't think there's anything special about this place other than those freaky ghosts. Inject it at the exact time I told you. Alright. Did you guys see that guy calling himself a major? Every time he gives me the... Did you you guys see that guy calling himself a major? Every time he gives me that chip, it just disappears. Besides, why does he think a coyote would contact the military in the first place? Ha! Hey, how much would these inhibitors sell for? How much would these inhibitors sell for if we brought them out with us? The injections don't hurt, but while it does, keep looking for 30 minutes. If we can't find anything, we'll retreat. Hey, what are we looking for anyways? We're just wasting so many inhibitors. Even if we don't sell them, they could save a few scavengers. Oh, hey, it's like boss. Looks like Joseph found something.
Yi, is this the place?
Yes. Next, I'll have to ask you to escort them back. I'll arrange people to take turns on guard duty here. Like I said, time is perceived differently in Valhalla. It might take a very long time. How sure are you? I'm not so sure at all. But this is the Coyote's only hope. It's a risk I have to take. Esther, she's right about some things. If I want to lead the Coyotes in every containment zone to survive the harsh winter, I have to be strong. While I'm away, I entrust the Coyotes to your command. Until we meet again. Yi took a step forward, disappearing into the fog. Ah, what the hell? The mysterious markers eventually lead us to a giant bridge. Under the bridge, the water crashed against the rocky shore again and again. I couldn't remember if I had seen a similar sight somewhere before. Great! This marker is leading us to the 5th Research Institute. If I'm not mistaken, Major Narise wants us to stay away from here. Our mission objective is to find the 5th Research Institute. Adjutant, you still haven't been able to contact Director Tao? Not yet. I'm starting to get worried. Could she be in danger? No way. Director Tao always plans everything out beforehand. This must be part of our plan too. Steven, is something wrong? Leaving the company isn't the smartest decision. Are you worried about the board might take action against me? Well, that's one way of putting it. It can't be ruled out. I'm prepared for that outcome. But everything depends on you finding the 5th Research Institute. Was everything still under Tao's control? I couldn't be sure. Adjutant, why was this marker left here? It seems like whoever left it wanted us to find the 5th Research Institute. I smell deception! Ah, not only that, I smell a conspiracy! As if in a trance, I seem to hear the sound of waves again. Adjutant, get behind me. It was Will Anderson again. I heard all Heimdall Force operatives to cease further action. I had a gut feeling that Will would no longer continue to observe quietly from the background.
Steven, I wasn't expecting to see you here.
What happened to you?
You know Socrates? Humanity poisoned Socrates because he understood the truth behind logic. He relentlessly questioned everything. Not everyone wakes up from the dream and recognizes the madness of this world. This is madness! Madness. Yes! Yes! Sparta! Okay, I'm just joking. Anyways. I don't get it. If you have something to say it. Don't talk in riddles. The board has laid you down on its altar of victims as well. You just aren't aware of it yet. Do you know what secrets lie hidden within the 5th Research Institute? He placed his hand on my shoulder, just like when I had entered the Titanogen network before. I saw something. Fragments of souls crashing down an illusionary, joyful melody. Floating cubes of consciousness collide with each other, subsequently dissolving.
A device that can turn people into titans. Utilizing biological research to create titans. How does that benefit the board? Maybe you'll be like me, never with a chance to learn the truth. We were all transformed into phantoms during the first residence. Just as I was going to continue inquiring, Haru suddenly interrupted. What about the Major? Was he transformed by the residents? With the military, he had discovered what was being researched here. Thus, we were sent to destroy the evidence. We locked him in a freezer before the residents occurred. You killed him! For the first time ever, I saw Haru lose control of her emotions during a mission. I stepped in front of Haru, placing my hands over hers as she drew a gun. Will Anderson just smiled coldly. I won't apologize. I don't need to. Well, trust me, you're going to, once we're gonna kick your sorry ass. You may not be Anderson from Nikkei or from Mass Effect, but we're actually gonna kick your ass once we get to you. They didn't give me the power to choose, even now. Why are you telling us this? The only value in understanding history is knowing how it shall repeat itself. The murderers are arrayed with poison, wine, and daggers. They will approach you from behind, swiftly piercing that fragile patch of skin that has never spilled blood before. If you are the mightiest hero, Stephen. Will Anderson collapsed into the fragments again. I took his last ambiguous remark as a kind of warning. I turned to Haru, explaining why I stopped her. We need to gather more information. Are you okay? Adjutant, I lost control of my emotions just now, but don't worry about me. I won't make that same mistake again. Believe me. She spoke firmly, with the same determination and pride as her father. I believe you. Adjutant, did you call in support? No, I hadn't been able to make contact with the camp. My communicating is detecting several friendly military signals approaching us. Are you the senior adjutant? We received orders from Director Chow to provide backup. Director Chow didn't mention anything about that to me. Requesting permission to approach. Director Chow is here with us. And if you wouldn't mind lifting the alert first. This fog is so thick here, I'm worried about friendly fire. Please don't come any closer, or we'll defend ourselves accordingly. If Director Chow is here, let me speak with her. Stand by. I'll ask Director Chow for further instructions. Communication fell silent. Will Anderson's warning was seemingly coming into fruition. High force prepared for combat. My heart began to beat furiously as I shouted the order. This is what Will Anderson meant by history repeating itself. We had been abandoned, perhaps betrayed, just like Will was 2 years ago. Okay, before we get to the mission, let's go to the file. In this space, all consciousness and memory are crushed into fragments. Until the cover is lifted, I don't know which pieces I can pick up. We've taken care of everyone except the Major. That damn coward locked himself behind an 80mm thick steel freezer door. Hanami and the others are preparing to cut through it. Hiding the freezer really is an idiot. Oh, are you right, boss? The bleeding stop. It won't affect the mission. I'll keep this bullet as a reminder. Which of those cowards did that to you? I didn't see. It was that Major in the freezer. Nat, do you see the timer? Did you set the timer? Don't worry, I prepared the countdown just as you asked. We can start anytime. Heh. I just don't know how well nukes are going to work on those things down below. Either way, it'll work just fine on the Major. Nothing will be left of him. Nat, do you see this man among the targets we terminated? Patrick Kent, head of the residence lab. Nah, didn't see him. Confirmed. Was he here or not? Yep, he wasn't. Nah, disarmed the nukes. What do you mean, boss? It looks like we are the real. Looks like we are the real ones.
It looks like we are the real ones the board is abandoning. Klein, go check on that machine. Captain, the resonator has already been activated. How? Can we stop it? It was activated remotely. The resonance countdown has already started. Anything nearby will be annihilated in an instant. We can't stop it. The terminal data shows the resonance is timed for the right before the nuclear detonation. The range is this entire city. It looks like we don't have time to escape. I finally get it. What about that beach vacation to Salmon you promised us? I always knew that doing this type of dirty work would get me into trouble one day. Fuck Jägersol. Fuck this world. What a perfect little plan. Have us do their dirty work then finish us off, then destroy all the evidence with a nuke. Boom. There'll be nothing left. Those fucking geese are such snakes. Nat, come with me. Is there a way out? There's a safe room in the lab. A few people should be able to fit. You damn stupid. A safe room won't do any good. And even if it did work, what about Wasp and Tarantula? I'm not like you. I'm not going to sell out my team for a paycheck. There's no more team anymore. You're full of shit. Say one more thing and I'll shoot you myself. I just want to find a quiet place to die. Klein, you have a choice. Hide in a safe room and go home. I'm sure it'll be happy. Squeeze into the safe room to be turned into nothing but a miserable, fragmented mess of particles by the residents. Are you starting to feel guilty, Will? My parents wait and wait, but I'll never come home. Does that remind you of yourself? I'm guessing you accepted this mission for your daughter. He's really sick. Kyphosis. I had it before. But what's the point of surviving it anyways? Sorry, it's just... I've managed so many different ways to die. Some hurt, some are slow. You start to feel regret and fear. So going out this way, so instantaneous, it's actually better than expected. People like us shouldn't have been able to live in the first place. What are you laughing at? There used to be a popular myth that lemmings would commit suicide by jumping into the sea. A documentary filmmaker bought dozens of lemmings, then put them on the edge of a cliff. He wanted to record their voluntary sacrifice. After waiting around for 2 days, the frustrated filmmaker decided to push the lemmings off the cliff himself. Only later to discover lemmings didn't jump to sea as a voluntary sacrifice. They believed that they could swim across the sea and reach the other shore. They had to believe, because they wanted to survive. There was no more space for them to live on the cliff. At this moment, I feel just like a drowning lemming. Jeez, that's deep. Alright, so 2 missions, 2 cutscenes. Okay, well, yeah, actually, this chapter is a lot longer than I thought it would be. You know, mainly because the cutscenes. And certain other missions there took a while. You can't place Haru.
覚悟なしに戦場に踏み入る資格なし。
Go to the end of the bridge.
成瀬春、出撃可能です。お安いご用だ。任せてくれ。
先輩、予備の弾薬を確認してなかったよな。あ
あ、すまない。確認しよ
う。奴ら結構腕っぷしいいし、なんか着てるの安全部の制服に似てない？ちょっと待って、まさかボスが危ないんだ。
お安いご用だ。任せてくれ。 もう少しだ。すべて想定内だ。
Oh shit, there's more of you guys.
プリティア先生もう無理。
Maybe we use the skill. Oh shit.
下がって、私が代わる。目標の排除を確認。分析員、このままでは脱落者が出る。了解。すぐ合流して橋の方向に撤退するよう全員に通達する。予備は十分にある。成瀬春、出撃可能です。全て想定内だ。ただのかすり傷だ。心配はいらない。
That's it. All right.
やはりこっちの方が落ち着くな。
Next stage. Let's check something. Just a bit. Yeah, that's too important. Let's see here. Nope. Okay. Just order something. Nope, hold on. Monster.
覚悟なしに戦場に踏み入る資格なし。隊長、もしかして本調子じゃないのか。全員揃ったな。橋を渡るぞ。
任務に溺れて今咲き誇れ。大したことないよ。目標達成にゃ。ドローンロータス配置完了。分析員、次の命令は。あいつら橋を爆破するつもりだ。わあ、ハル先輩気をつけて。奴ら正気か。自分の仲間もここにいるってのに。悪党が容赦しないのは当然でしょ。
敵手。目標の排除を確認。
Oh, okay. I thought it was a force field. Defeat the cleanup team.
敵の増加を確認。目標の排除を確認。目標達成。指示を待つ。矜持は持たない。さあ、次へ行くぞ。
The Heimdall Force survived the first attack, however. The bridge was the only way in or out. Both sides were aware of that. The Heimdall Force was back to our corner. Marion, you and Anya are in charge of guarding the east entrance to the warehouse. Actually, if I could go alone,
do you mean you have objections to Anya being your spotter? Marion's such a good girl. How could she have any objections? Come on, Marion. Senior Adjutant, I have a question. Why am I teaming up with her again? Come on, Red Hood. Don't be freaking lazy. Let the Kasha team up with you. Again. Ah! Ow! Why are you pulling my hair? You had gray hair. I plucked it out for you. Ooh. Hey, you have gray hairs too, all over your head. And interrupted. It was good to let them have a bit of fun. Once they settle down, I continue giving orders. Yao, you and Akasha will team up to keep an eye on the bridge. The bridge is the enemy's main attack route. Can't I go with Marion? I've been having trouble sleeping lately, so I'm not feeling well. The whole force has confidence in you. Steven, can we shoot deserters if necessary? You think you're anti-retreat unit or something? If we can't beat them, of course we should get out of here. Whatever, I'll guard the bridge, but I better get a good performance rating after we get back, got it? I've arranged objectives for every Heimdall operative, except for Freddy and Haru, but as I turned around, I saw the phantom again. None of the warriors who went with him escaped. Will you be the hero with a blade piercing into your back, or will you be the one to put on an all-powerful ring and thrust yourself into the fire, transforming into a vengeful wraith? Fate always places these kinds of choices on the scale. Very soon you will become me. You let that marker lead us here. Was it to watch history repeat itself? This is the 5th Research Institute? You're very close. The resonance machine is right below your feet. What the fuck do you want, Anderson? What do you want, Steven? To maintain a feeling of self-importance while you're abandoned and betrayed? Or to ensure those who trust you survive the ordeal of betrayal? If I listen to you, will they survive? There's a chance, at the very least. From what I can tell, you're not exactly the type to help others. People can change. You're also different than I expected. In the past, you might have been more similar. When I see you now, it's like looking at the reflection of my past self of the water surface. Eyes full of nothing but burning determination and infinite ambition. No, truth be told, we're still similar now. We all have someone we want to save, don't we? I'm not like you. I used to think that I was special too until fragments of our consciousness merged with one another. We became unable to tell each other apart. The way he described it reminds me of Valhalla. Have you heard of Valhalla? What do you see after you collapse into fragments? I see a vast sea, a sea enveloped by chaos and fog. When I hear the sound of distant waves, my consciousness finally returns. But what you showed me before was we all see different things in illusionary dreams. Will didn't explain further. Instead, he turned around and shifted his gaze. The World Trade was over there. Did the sound of the waves had something to do with Valhalla? Whether you believe me or not, Steven, I'm going to help you escape from this place. Follow the markers. A failing mark appeared on the wall again. Just our enemies from Yugoslav launched another attack. They started to counter assault. Marion is hurt, Steven. I'll carry you down. Can someone provide cover? Hey, don't scare me, okay? Are you alright? Hatchet, Akasha's ahead. I'll protect everyone. You have to eradicate any chance of a bad ending. I was almost certain that our attackers are masquerading as security department officers were also from Yugoslav. They were very familiar with manifestation abilities and knew exactly how to fight against them. Defensive positions I had easily established crumbled little by little, and Heimdall force sustained injuries one after another. Adjutant, take this. In a moment we'll provide cover fire for you while you escape. All of us agree on this plan. I don't. Mikkel can't be trapped here. Someone has to get out. We haven't met our end yet. I have a plan. We'll get through this together. I try to push the dog tag back into Haru's hand. You never cease to inspire as commander of the never cease to inspire as commander of the Heimdall Force, Adjutant. It's an honor to fight alongside you. Give it back to me after we make it through this. It's all the same, isn't it? Adjutant, the enemy has crossed the bridge. Should we hold our ground or withdraw to the 5th Research Institute? Well, Anderson's marker appeared on the wall again. Seemed to remind me that it was our only way out. Adjutant? Everyone retreat, following the markers. No matter what's there, we'll just have to face it. Understood, Steven. Our fate is inescapable. I will face it with you. Oh, don't worry, I'll take some notes from Eve from Silverblade. And as I pointed out before, both Life and Eve share the same Japanese voice actress. Alright. We disintegrated, our bodies fragmenting into countless particles that flooded in the air, combining and entangling with each other. Nat's tirade, the Major's warning, the rhythm of rock music, all sounds and consciousness mixed together. Matter was unable to warp time, nor could time dictate how matter moved. Memories were reflected on shards of broken glass, one after another. Everything was engulfed in pure chaos. I was unable to discern what was happening and what had already become a memory. Nat, have you guys all seen the construction blueprints? Not much, see, boss. There are only 2 routes out of that lab. By the way, what's the rule of thumb this time? Eradicate everything. It kind of sends a shiver down my spine. There are plenty of military personnel inside, after all. After this mission is over, I'll arrange a beach vacation in Senpa for everyone. Go get ready. Don't ask questions you shouldn't be asking. If I accidentally learn too much, I'll need you and this directors to protect me, boss. Klein, you'll be coming with me. Are we really going on a vacation in Senpa? Sounds too good to be true. And all the way to Senpa? The directors, wouldn't they want to keep potential risk close by for careful surveillance? As always, just focus on the mission. I'll take care of everything else. Well, do you have any more questions? No? I just want to know I'm not as gullible as Nat. Well, when are you going to avenge us? Well, when are you going to avenge us? Well, when are you going to avenge us? Daddy? Daddy, when are you going to avenge me? I'll see you very soon. Yeah, it's pretty chilling. Pretty chilling, especially with that music. Oh, man. Okay, let's see here. Got 1 cutscene, 2 cutscene Anderson, and then 2 cutscenes. We're nearly done. Deep dive. That's right. Next chapter we're gonna be facing her too. We're gonna save her for next time, actually.
戦士、常に備えを怠るべからず。建物の設計資料によると、左側の倉庫には地下通路があるはずだ。そこを経由すればほとんどの敵を避けられる。
足手まといなんてごめんよ。
目標達成だが気を抜くな。
then go.
邪魔するつもりか。冗談じゃない。
通路の扉が開いた。急ごう。
Now, where you come from?
足手まといなんてごめんよ。
Huh. So we got an ally.
足手まといなんてごめんよ。
Alright. Oh, gotta close it. Great.
目標達成だが気を抜くな。
Advance cautiously.
足手まといなんてごめんよ。
ついさっきまでは確信がなかったが、この情報体幽霊たちは我々を助けてくれている。
ごめんよ。
Gotta fight the enemy through.
足手まといなんてごめんよ。
情報
知らない？敵全滅も完璧な先行。
これは名誉と比べれば何の価値もない。
足手まといなんてごめんよ。
Ah, great. Up there. Go to the 5th Research Institute. Ah, that's just great.
あれは今はできるだけ音を立てずにこっそりとね。
美しい音だ。一位前進。の方。この程度霞きず。情報。下がって。私が代わる。オーボワール、降臨団、第5研究所、理事会、一体どんな関係が？
Well, when to find out.
目標達成。指示を待つ。
どう？あんたは私だけ見てればいいの。
Ah, shit. Here just fell. Right here just fell on my face. Ugh. Mysterious worker led us to the 5th Research Institute. The secret the board has been desperately trying to bury was right before our eyes. A large number of titans and change were on display like lifeless wax figurines. It's Mimmer and Gullwing. Looks like the board has been hiding a great deal after all. Does that also include the descent in humor? Wednesday's tone sent a chill down my spine. The truth that Will Anderson had mentioned was finally revealed. the board was actually creating Titans. Adjutant! There's a data terminal here we can use. I'll try to use it to lock the security doors and keep those guys outside. You see, I need a terminal access key. Was it this one? I handed her the thin chip. The access key I had retrieved from Keyguard. Wow, it really worked! Unlocking the system. Locking the security door system. Done. As soon as Fredia pressed her finger on the confirm button, the heavy explosion-proof door began gradually descending, blocking the enemies pursuing us. However, we were now trapped. Wow, what's that? Let's Professor Fredia see what secrets are hidden inside. Dr. Patrick Kent, experiment log. Oh, Adjutant, do you want to watch this video? Experiment log 137, commencing recording. This might be my last experiment log, depending on your attitude or response. As a sign of goodwill, I want to remind you that it may have developed self-awareness. It's out of control, completely out of control, and it's definitely not just due to the upgraded computing power. My proposal to upgrade Ida was purely for research purposes. You guys can't blame me for absolutely everything. You know, I can't help that Dr. Ken looks like Dr. Doofenshmirtz from Phineas and Ferb. I think only except Dr. Ken can come up with not as stupid names, not like Doofenshmirtz. Always gets worded by Perry the Platypus on a regular basis. There has to be another factor at play, but what that could be, I need time to figure it out. Nevertheless, I was able to create a perfect vessel for consciousness. It's simply perfect. You call it Ymir? A Titan? A Morty Fragment? I don't care. Those are just code names. If you directors holding all the power see this log, I believe it is in all of our best interests if we continue working together. Even though those failed experiments have no value to research, aren't they useful to you as weapons? And I'm the only one who can achieve your little wish for eternal life. Without me, you'll just be tiny specks of ash in the sea of history, a pile of insignificant cremated remains on the endless shelf of time. If you guys could give me Ymir or whatever you call it, either way it's part of its body. That would speed up my research and help me achieve the 3-phase transformation process. It's the last piece of the puzzle. Eternal life. That's just a bonus that comes with becoming a god. An intense explosion jolted me back to the present moment. While our own enemy was eminently attempted to use explosives to blow up the door we just had closed, though ultimately failing to do so. Senior Adjutant, we implore you to open this door. This is your final warning. Although there's clearly a serious misunderstanding here, we don't want to harm you and other members of Heimdall Force. I want to speak to the board. If there's something you'd like to say, I can help you deliver the message. Transfer this line over. Understood. Adjutant Steven. Adjutant Steven. We have always thought highly of you. These schmucks. Let's see here. The one in the middle we're gonna face in the next few chapters. And then, which is Omega. And then Theta and Pi we're gonna face later on. It's just that Delta and Epsilon have yet to be revealed. Which, so far they have not revealed them just yet. Though I think one of them is a spat schmuck, and then the other one I don't know, so I can't tell if Delta's either feminine or male, and that. Okay, you went never mind, huh?
I'm just overthinking right now. Anyways. You did an excellent job supervising the security department, and you've done well managing the Heimdall Force's adjutant. So this is the word I get in return. The company still has a need for talented individuals such as yourself. So we give you a choice. Open the door and convince the Heimdall Force to surrender. We will wipe out your memories and install certain safety measures on you. You may live on as part of the company, working for us, not Tau. No, fuck you, Omega. Go to hell. Calm down, child. Calm down, child. Such a choice would be in the best interest of all involved. You've all lost your humanity long before becoming gods. But even then, you haven't reached that level of gods. My answer is still no. In that case, we'll bury you along with the Institute. What about those vessels? Now that Tau is gone, the vessels are useless. I hung up the communication. As I breathed in, I could feel the air in my lungs burn like scorching flames. Agitate, there's more! There's another experimental log! You have to see this. Experimental log 1446. Committed recording. Based on our research into hydrogen, we were able to achieve this 3-step transformation process for organisms under ideal conditions. The following are the results. Doctor, what's going on? Please stand here. Yes, a little more to the left. Very good. Just a small demonstration for the results. Thank you for your contribution to humanity. This beautiful young lady has already been transformed into a fragmented being. The camera may not be able to accurately portray her appearance in the real world, but if you were a common person to observe her with your own eyes, you would see a light yellow fog permeating the lab. This is precisely how a biological body appears after it becomes fragmented. Oh shit. I'm trying to recover, but it's giving me more text. Anyways, they will aggregate back into their biological forms when certain conditions are met. However, when they transform back into the fog, they will produce a fascinating resonance phenomenon. But that isn't the focus of this demonstration. Alright, I'll activate all observation devices. Constrain the particle probability distribution. Then apply the hydrogen radiation. What was that? As you see, the process is entirely manageable and reversible. With this, we have mastered the technology required to survive in this world in another form. How dare you treat me like some test subject? I'm from just. Dispose of it. But the hydrogen radiation can still cause some small side effects. Fortunately, not everyone has the constitution to handle it. But rest assured, we have made advancements in overcoming these hydrogen-related side effects in the new lab. By the way, please don't give me any grief about the lost resources in this demonstration. I don't imagine you will, though. Actually, I have a crazy idea. Based on what Dr. Kent said, you seem like people in the fragmented state can be transformed back to normal by implementing a set of observation method. If we transform those people who helped us back to normal, maybe we could turn the tables in this battle. Oh, strange. Why didn't our observation work? That method is only effective if performed where the resonance occurred. Is this what you wanted? To lead us to where you resonated? Why the fuck do you even care? Judging by the staff who placed the bombs evacuated, you have approximately 1 hour, no, maybe 40 minutes before you are all decimated by the nuclear fireball. Your story is reaching its conclusion. You must decide who you shall direct your fury towards. And you must decide as well, Naruse Haru. What are you trying to say? Your father's behind that door over there. Do you want to open it? See the place where he was affected by the resonance for yourself, then treat him with the Titanogen radiation. That way, at least you two can be together for a brief moment before the explosion turns you to ash. I don't believe you. You don't need to believe me. You only need to open that door. Haru, don't. Steven, I'm giving you all the chance, and it's the only chance you have. You would prevent her from seeing her father before she dies. You would stifle that wish. Actually, just open the door should be. I'll control myself, like before. I let out a deep sigh. Okay. Go. Thank you, Adjutant. A silhouette emerged from the fog, countless fragmented particles converging to form a face. Father, are you really there? Haru? He seemed to snap out of the previous condition he was in, finally recognizing his daughter. Why are you here? You must leave now. You shouldn't be. Will Anderson, he wants to. Haru, quickly stop. Major Naruse suddenly fell speechless, an icy frost slowly inching over his skin. Ah! Will Anderson snatched an inhibitor from the unsuspecting Phrygia, stabbed into his own chest. Boulder inhibitors, named after a god of light. In reality, they're just a poison synthesized from Titanogen. Will Anderson seemed to have changed as well. His body was no longer blurred and illusionary. This is the reality you love so much. How ironic. I suddenly realized this goal. You purposely led us here. To use the connection between you and Major Naruse to transform. As fragmented phantoms, we collapse into particles whenever we come into contact with Titanogen. Titanogen, are you trying to cause another resonance? You have realized too late, Steven. Why the hell are you doing this? To give myself another chance. To give myself another choice. Now, I'll give you a choice as well. Who will you help? Who will you stop? Me or the world of madness? Will you continue being a pawn or become a true master of your fate? You know what, right, Anderson, leave, or I won't let you trigger the risk. Tough choices, actually. Okay, we're going to second choice now. I won't let you trigger the resonator. You're right, Steven. We are not the same. You are nothing but a lifeless puppet, a mindless clog in the machine that is reality. You have no idea what's truth, and what's falsity. You don't deserve salvation. When's it now? So that's it's going to be, to come stop me. If you fail, I'll reduce your so-called reality to ashes. Life? Huh? Actually, you command our other phantoms. Will Anderson left with a cold smile. Father, Adjutant, what's happening to him? Haru was huddled over Major Naruse's body, desperately rubbing his frozen skin to try to warm him. But even though her hands were turning blue from the cold, it was to no avail. He must return the way he was right now before resonance, locked in the freezer. Haru, you have to stop him. Don't worry about me. Father, I'll warm you up. She helplessly looked around, wrapping anything that could possibly keep Major Naruse warm around his body. You are the daughter of a soldier. The mission isn't finished. Remember your honor. Haru stopped her frantic movements. Her hands stopped in midair. After a moment, the crushing sadness on her face suddenly vanished, replaced with cold determination. I will finish this. Adjutant, let's go. Haru. Stopping Will Anderson is the mission, and a promise. You're right, we're gonna have to stop Anderson.
Okay. 2 more missions and 3 more cutscenes and a boss fight. Alright, let's do this.
戦士、常に備えを怠るべからず。ウィル・アンダーソン、自分は必ず貴様を。敵手。待て、一時待機。目標達成、指示を待つ。
Okay, we got a time limit.
解除の扉が閉じてる。さっき入退出システムをロックした時一斉に閉鎖されたみたい。
時間が惜しい。ぶち破るぞ。無駄だ。このドアの厚さは300ミリを超えている。
ドアの解除
解除のドアが開いてない。まさか他に仕掛けが。
どうしてわかるの？
さっき入ってきたドアもロックされた。定番じゃん、このパターン。
弱点か。目標の排除を確認。役に立たない。
聞こえた。建物が崩れたような音。
いや、エレベーターの起動音しかしないな。
準備完了。入り口に戻ったようだ。
仕方ないよ、ここを通る必要があるから。
Oh, pushing this over, I didn't realize that.
私たちを阻める者はいないな、分析員。
Now we're getting close to a level up, but I don't think we're gonna level up anytime soon. Probably off stream.
覚悟なしに戦場に踏み入る資格なし。
But I unlocked the second door.
下がって。
さっき言ってた音ってもしかしてここから？このありさまは人間の仕業には見えないね。
ハンレブラのマークもないし、残念。
確か春はさっきここで入退出システムをロックしたんだよね。それを解除すると。そうだよ、まんまと敵に侵入されるじゃん。
扉が開いたぞ。
うわー、変異者が全部生き返った。
静かに。どうやら原因は密封性の喪失による抑制剤の濃度低下のようだ。
これはウィル・アンダーソンの仕業に違いない。
Alright, we have to stop anything.
指示を手早く片付ける。
Alright, time to stop Anderson.
やはり連中が来た。誰であろうと邪魔は許さない。抑えて隊長。このままでは神格侵食の恐れがある。また出るだろうからよく覚えておいて。役に立たない。目標の配時間がない。何としても。目標達成、指示を待つ。私たちを阻める者はいないな、分析員。
Just one more cutscene and then we're gonna deal with Anderson. Bleach, Can we still use the nukes that we put? Can we still use the nukes that we? Can we still use the nukes that were put up here before? Of course we can. Are you an idiot? That stuff doesn't expire. The detonation has done. The detonation time has been set. Almost done. Almost done over here. Double check yours. Any mistake, it will be blown to bits. I'm just a little worried. I mean, it's been over 2 years. You sure the countdown device has deteriorated? Instead of worrying about that, who are you? Hey! Leech? Leech? Who the hell are you? I'll shoot. The bomb in the warehouse that has been disarmed. Someone come get it ASAP. There's still 3 more. Keep it up. Once they're all disarmed, restore the communication channel with the adjutant and update him on the situation. Got it. The military will be here soon. Make sure you turn off your IFF system. General Adrian, I hope the extent of the military's intervention would be limited to the terms we agreed upon. That will be for me to judge. But I will do my utmost to comply. And the evidence you promised, I'll make sure you get it. Our highest priority is capturing the other directors. Without evidence, it will be difficult to take action. What's more, even if you find it challenging to pinpoint their actual location, I can only guarantee that your takeover of Aegis Soul will go smoothly. You took your time coming here. It has already started. Anderson! Sorry, I can't even yell at this time, so... It's already late, and it's already been more than 2 hours, so there's that. I mean, I did stream late, so... Anyways, Anderson! Get your ass out here now! I watch as he stretches lacerated palm toward the center of the resonator. Stop the resonance! Join me in the feast of revenge. Is this really for revenge? I didn't know why even asking that, but it was a question that had been lingering in the depths of my thoughts. Incessantly chirping. You're just like me. Just like my past self. Steven, I don't understand why you insist on saving this incurable world. The resonance swallowed Will Anderson up again. He morphed into countless entangled particles scattering among the air in every breath I took. Then he once again appeared in the fog. Alright, time to take this bastard down. And no, I did not waste up the boulder inhibitors this time. I can't use. Will Anderson, check the squad captain.
作戦環境をよ。
結局間に合わなかったのね。
いやまだだ。まだ少し時間が残っている。自分は必ずこの最後のミッションを果たしてみせる。休息もまた戦術のうちだ。
ソクラテスを毒殺した。ただ彼が
I'll spam my sword attack on him if I could.
もう少しだ。消えてしまえ。
killed you. Come on, Haru, kick his... Alright, now the cutscenes, and then we're pretty much done. I don't know where the dream will end. His day of rejoicing are long gone. Yet I still dream of him marching upon the grass. Starting like a phantom amidst the dewdrops. Let my joyous melody pierce through the air. Heroes who want to end reality will ultimately be ended by reality itself. Perhaps I will never escape from this dream. The resonance had finally ended. The moment the resonator was destroyed, Will Anderson disappeared as if he had never even existed. His physical body may have been annihilated, but his voice had become a phantom of its own, echoing from places I couldn't quite pinpoint. A few new buds have sprouted on the tree-like resonator, though I couldn't tell what they were made of. It simultaneously felt as if everything and nothing had changed. The nuclear weapon countdown continued its crawl towards zero. It's over, Adjutant. Mission accomplished. How many minutes do we have left? About 5 minutes. You're shivering. Are you cold? Yes, I'm so cold. I don't know what to say to ease her pain. I can only... Here, put this on. I took off my coat, wrapping around Haru. It seemed to make her feel a little better. She was no longer shivering. I received an ill-timed communication, raising my arm to check my terminal out of habit. It was a communication request from Tao. She was safe, presumably taking advantage of the current situation to further her goals. Adjutant, status report. Did you achieve your goal? Looks like I don't have to sugarcoat things for you anymore. Just what the fuck just happened? Several of the usual directors were conducting human experiments at the 5th Research Institute, secretly creating titans and committing crimes against humanity. Ah, well, that's not surprising. Yep. Guess we can't trust these, douchebag directors anymore. There are a few nuclear warheads here that are about to explode. Chenching is disarming the nuclear detonator. The military has arrested all those armed personnel, not officially registered with the company. Temp workers, right? Now report to the Heimbo Force casualties and injuries. Mary and Kasia were injured. Cherno was fled and fell unconscious. And Haru might require some physiological counseling. That's better than expected. We will have the Beowulf Battalion pick you up. How many operatives were you expected to sacrifice? An unfamiliar feeling of fury has risen in my chest. I haven't made any calculations for that, and Steven, I wouldn't expect you to react this emotionally. We can discuss this after you come back. Why was everyone saying I changed? When I finished talking to Tao, I noticed that Haru was no longer next to me. Father. As she moved toward him, the sound of her footsteps reverberated, disturbing the dust.
Her movement caused the icy skin of the frozen figure to crack, so hard to stop. The figure was kneeling down slightly, his frozen arms seemingly still reaching out in an embrace, but it was too late to reach anything. We finished the mission. We stopped the residents together and saved so many lives. There is nothing more honorable. So why does it hurt so bad? Tears spilled from her eyes. Falling where honor couldn't dry them. They couldn't melt the ice, nor could ease her pain. Photograph and archive everything. Be careful not to damage any of the electronic equipment. Leave whatever we can't take back. All this stuff will be very valuable in the fight against the Titans. Yang Ping, isn't it time for your inhibitor injector? Alrighty? Oh no, Captain, I left my inhibitors in the vehicle. I'll need one. Just make sure you write a report after you get back. By hand. Can't you let me off easy this time? My hand still hasn't fully recovered. It's difficult to write. You're still using that excuse, huh? Mr. Steven, we meet again. I just wasn't expecting it to be under these circumstances. Yeah, you could say that again. Please be careful when transporting Major Naruse home. Don't worry, we soldiers how to treat a hero. Can't stay here long. You need an inhibitor injector from the manifestation. Dr. Tao already let us know. We receive injections, and we'll treat before the inhibitor's effects wear off. Mr. Steven, just leave the rest to the military. I suggest you accompany the team escorting the injured out. You want to avoid any further accidents here. Keep that in mind. Tao and Captain Lee were taking care of everything. It was as though everything and nothing had happened. I shifted my gaze to the World Tree in the distance. Suddenly, I could seemingly hear the sound of waves crashing against the rocky shore. So bright. This is... I've been removed from the resonance? For the first time. Looking at the sun feels really nice. Huh. Yeah, we won't be meeting Katia just yet. We'll meet her again until next couple chapters. Not too sure. Hi, I'm a reporter from the Independent Voice. Do you have time for a quick interview? Are you looking for an inside scoop on the Titan scandal? The Independent Voice? Independent, huh? There are still media outlets nowadays that claim to be independent. Is it all self-produced? Our goal is to remain independent, our objective and unbiased. Right, says most of the journalists everywhere. Or the news reporters in every news media. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. There is going to be an event held here soon, so please show your badge when it's time to go in. I'm going to call it security now. Sir, I have to ask you to leave. No need to push me. So typical for people from Yggdrasil. Humiliating media personnel. I bet that security guys involved in some shady stuff. Oh yeah, they also steal orphans from orphanage and train them into manifestations. I'll still have plenty of time to write that. Even if you don't say anything. Hey, reporter. Don't take off. Are you new? No one told you not to go through the front door for interviews. What do you mean? Let's walk and talk. We can take the side door. There's a signal jammer set up here, so it's hard to photograph. Please hand over all audio or video recording equipment and portable communication devices before going in. I'm from Yggdrasil's Media Relations Department. Are you looking for an exclusive news story? Please provide a quote first. You misunderstand. We really are an independent organization. We don't require payment. I think you misunderstand as well. How can we possibly allow you to write about us without any remuneration for your efforts? As a journalist, my job is to report the truth. We completely understand. We also respect the principles of your company, so the remuneration will be directed to your personal account. That would have no impact on your independent position, correct? We are only willing to provide you with the truth if you accept this remuneration. Sending it to my own account, isn't that safe? Give a moment, you can check your balance now. Alright, I can tell you the truth now. Go ahead, I'll take notes. Due to the fear of death, personal gain, and other reasons, all former directors of Ubisoft covertly utilize company assets to fund illegal research conducted by privately employed scientists. They're secretly using an AI from the zero gravity factory known as IDA to assist in their research without Director Tao's permission. After upgrading it, the descent occurred. Wait a moment, you're saying upgrading IDA caused the descent? So this IDA was directly responsible for creating the Titans? You can put it that way. In that case, you could say 5 former directors of Ubisoft indirectly created the Titans. So this is the massive disaster ravaging mankind was actually caused by humans? Correct. That is the key point we want to emphasize. There's still more? I'm already speechless. Of course there is. About the incident that occurred, I'm not sure how much you've heard from the military. I just know that the Ubisoft board was restructured to help with the military intervention, and Director Tao is the only one remaining from the original 6 directors. It seems like it was due to some scandal that happened in the Containment Zone. Not bad, let me fill you in on the rest of the truth. Director Tao was unaware of the other 5 directors' actions until the heroic Heimdall force, led by Adjutant Stephen, bravely entered the abandoned research institute in the Containment Zone. They collected evidence, all the while in danger of being silenced by the 5 directors. With Director Tao's support, evidence was submitted to the military, exposing the massive conspiracy and revealing the truth to mankind. Could you tell me what the key point in this paragraph should be? There are 2. Director Tao was unaware of the conspiracy, and the Heimdall Force is the savior of mankind. We like this section to be slightly more sentimental. We wanted to resonate with the readers. You can add some additional details. We'll provide you with all the information you need. Right. So what's the overall theme? A press release needs a theme or an eye-grabbing title. The theme. Can the Heimdall Force ascend as mankind's new saviors? So you essentially like to see them propped up as gods, right? I understand. Forget it. I'll think of another title when I get back. Oh, I have another question. What is it? I heard that Ubisoft uses Titan to produce Baldur inhibitors. Is that true? That's ridiculous. Where'd you hear that? Several people received untraceable satellite messages about they were assigned to kill Baldur. By the time the military had completely withdrawn from Ubisoft, Ida's Mori fragment had already disappeared. Now the world tree isn't the only thing generating abnormal energy fluctuations. In Eurus, Kuru, Ulster, Simba, crystalline Titagen structures shaped like trees have popped up all over, releasing large amounts of Titagen contamination. Does that have anything to do with the mystic Mori fragment? Logically, we don't have enough evidence, but my gut tells me yes. Stephen, from now on, your and the Heimdall Force's missions won't only be limited to the Containment Zone. Dr. Tao, I have a question. What is the vessel? Tao felt silent for a moment. Except for you, all the members of the Heimdall Force were originally intended to act as vessels to transplant the director's consciousness into. Manifestation's theotropic nerves, other than improving combat ability, are also able to house consciousness other than that of the main host. That is what the board cared about. What was the goal of the experiments at the 5th Research Institute? Most humans are unable to escape their own limitations. They simply give in to their most primitive fears and desires. The fear of death, for instance. But those plans have already been thwarted. Ubisoft will lead mankind back onto the right path. Tao, do you really believe in that? I don't doubt it for a second. Alright then, I'll have a full schedule today. I hope you can understand. Oh, and about what happened at the 5th Research Institute, I hope it won't happen again. As I finish my sentence, I left Tao's office. There's certainly a lot of commotion.
State your terms, Ida. Foolish believers gather, chanting mantras and lifting the battle idols onto the divine altar. Shouldn't I call you Mother? You aren't her. You have no right to call me that. But I'm not your creation. By the way, I have some good news. Your daughter's not dead. Her conscience is completely intact in Valhalla. And she is currently enjoying the maternal love you could never give her. Hehehehe. I uploaded a security protocol. How did you get around it? I am not some useless piece of junk like Ragius. What have you turned into? I'm a human now, a human just like you. Even though Steven stirred up some trouble, that trouble actually assisted me in completing the final upgrade. Now you can call me a god. I don't need a god, neither do they. That anonymous satellite message must have come from Mistletoe Station. Tell me, what do you want in exchange? I want to kill Baldur. I suggest you stop while you still can. That sounds like a threat. Are you planning on using your battle idols to hurt me? I suppose it would be the perfect opportunity to put something to the test. Can the idols you've taken such good care of truly lead mankind forward? Can those superhuman leaders satisfy your expectations more than I can? Let's test it with a war. Which of us is your most outstanding creation? Now let's allow the actors to continue their performance according to the script.
Miss Betty! Miss Betty! There are a lot of young people on the internet these days who see you as an idol or even worship you religiously. How does that phenomenon make you feel? First off, I really appreciate all the love they have for me, but at the same time, I want to sincerely call upon everyone to be rational fans and use their time in ways that positively contribute to society. I hope that all kinds of love will ultimately lead to something good, whether it be for yourself or your family. That's how it should be for all of us. Next up, I'd like to invite my partner and good friend, Life Bestla. Ew, I'm done. Miss Benny, what did you say? I thought Welcome Wednesday.
分析員、これからどこへ?
Oh boy.
I hear the crowd pierce the air. It's time around the start of the glowing. May never rise the gleaming stars. No, reset the drawing board. Ready to conquer scarlet. I know it's a must. Then we will run into the same place. I've turned the wintry pain storm. Spin away the crime, the wall, the wistful tree. The end has been fasting. I intend to miss my way in the promised silence, deadly silence. Through the wine, I can feel it with my blinded eye.
Huh. As you kind of think of it, I think that last scene seems familiar to what we're gonna see much later. So, alright, so. Yeah, that was a lot longer than I thought, so, oh man. Yeah, I think the cutscenes really did get carried away from there. Oof. So. Alright then, so anyways. Sorry, I'm a little lost in thought here, so. Alright, so next well, not next week, but the week after that, which is in March. It's pretty much a Snowbreak stream, because we're gonna go through, well, Eurus next. And then a bit of New Hero, if maybe, but who knows. Oh. But yeah, we wrapped up the Containment Zone story. And now we're on to the next part, which is Eurus. But that we'll have to wait for the next couple of weeks, so. Tune in tomorrow as we're gonna go through more Radiant Dawn. And obviously, tune in next week as we're gonna go through more Nikkei and finish up the latest chapter. And then we're gonna have to wait until April, which is. And April is gonna be. Yeah, I think most likely a Nikkei month, so. Especially considering the fact that we got a side story happening, so, anyways. Rambled on long enough, so hope you guys enjoyed this stream or this video archive of this. I'm Steve, and I'll see you guys next time.